Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about something we all consume every single day: salt. It's in almost everything we eat, and our bodies absolutely need it to function. But how much is too much, and is it possible to not get enough? The answer is yes to both. The right amount of salt can be a real balancing act, and it's different for everyone. So in this video we're going to dive into 10 signs that you might be overdoing it with the salt shaker, and then we'll flip the script and look at 10 surprising signs that you might actually need a little more. Let's get started. First up, let's tackle the signs that you might be eating too much salt. Number 1 is persistent thirst. You know that feeling when you've just had a salty meal, like pizza or chips, and you suddenly can't get enough water? That's your body's natural response. Sodium plays a huge role in balancing fluids in your body. When you consume too much, your body pulls water from your cells to dilute the excess sodium in your bloodstream. This process triggers your brain's thirst center, sending you running for the water cooler. If you find yourself constantly thirsty no matter how much you drink, it could be a sign that your diet is consistently high in sodium. Sign number 2, you're bloated. That uncomfortable, puffy feeling, especially around your abdomen, can be a direct result of too much salt. High sodium intake causes your body to retain extra water. This isn't just about feeling a bit tight in your jeans. It can lead to noticeable swelling, also known as edema, particularly in your hands, feet and ankles. If you wake up with puffy eyes or find your rings are suddenly tighter at the end of the day, take a look at the sodium content of your recent meals. Number 3 is frequent headaches. Have you ever noticed a dull headache after a particularly salty dinner? There's a connection. Research has shown that high sodium diets can be linked to a higher incidence of headaches. The theory is that excess sodium can cause blood vessels in the brain to expand, which can trigger pain. It's essentially dehydration related, as the high salt pulls water away from your other bodily tissues, including your brain. So if you're prone to headaches, cutting back on salt might bring some relief. Sign number 4. You crave salty foods. This one seems a bit backward, right? But it's true. The more salt you eat, the more your taste buds adapt. Over time, foods with normal amounts of salt start to taste bland, and you find yourself reaching for the salt shaker just to make your food taste right. This creates a cycle where you need more and more salt to get that same satisfying flavor. It's a classic case of acquired taste. If you feel like your food is tasteless without a heavy sprinkle of salt, it's a strong indicator your palate has gotten used to a high sodium diet. Number 5 on our list is high blood pressure. This is one of the most well-known and serious consequences of a high salt diet. The extra water your body holds onto to deal with excess sodium increases the total volume of blood in your blood vessels. Think of it like turning up the water pressure in a garden hose. This increased pressure forces your heart to work harder and constrain your artery walls over time, leading to hypertension, which is a major risk factor for heart disease and stroke. If your doctor has mentioned your blood pressure is creeping up, your salt intake is one of the first things you should evaluate. Moving on to sign number 6, frequent urination. When you're consuming a lot of salt, your kidneys have to work overtime to filter out the excess sodium from your blood. This process often leads to you needing to visit the restroom more often. While drinking more water because you're thirsty will naturally make you urinate more, the high salt itself can be a direct cause. It's your body's way of trying to expel the extra sodium and restore balance. Sign number 7 is finding food bland. This is the flip side of craving salt. When your taste buds are desensitized by a high sodium diet, everything else starts to taste dull. You might find that fruits and vegetables lack flavor, or that a home-cooked meal just doesn't hit the spot like restaurant food does. Restaurants are notorious for using high amounts of salt to make their food hyperpalatable. If you're consistently underwhelmed by simple, whole foods, it might be time for a salt reset. Number 8. You experience brain fog or have trouble concentrating. We've talked about how salt-induced dehydration affects your body, but it also impacts your brain. Even mild dehydration can impair cognitive functions like memory, focus, and reaction time. If you're feeling mentally sluggish, fuzzy, or just not as sharp as usual, and you can't pinpoint another reason, consider your diet. Reducing your salt intake and increasing your water consumption could help clear the fog. Sign number 9 is kidney stones. While calcium is the main culprit in the most common type of kidney stones, a high sodium diet can significantly increase your risk. Here's how. When your kidneys excrete excess sodium, they also tend to excrete more calcium into the urine. High levels of calcium in the urine can lead to the formation of painful crystals, or kidney stones. So, by managing your salt intake, you're also helping to protect your kidneys in the long run. And finally, sign number 10, you might be eating too much salt, is disturbed sleep. A high sodium diet, especially when consumed close to bedtime, can lead to restless nights. This can happen for a couple of reasons. The increased blood pressure and fluid retention can make you uncomfortable, and the need to get up and urinate frequently can obviously disrupt your sleep cycles. If you're waking up multiple times a night, it might be worth looking at what you ate for dinner. Okay, so we've covered the dangers of too much salt. But what about the other side of the coin? It's less common in the typical modern diet, but not getting enough salt. A condition known as hyponatremia can also cause serious problems. Sodium is a critical electrolyte, so let's explore 10 signs you might need to eat more salt. Number 1 is muscle cramps, weakness, or spasms. Sodium is essential for proper muscle function. It helps your nerves transmit signals to your muscles, telling them to contract and relax. When sodium levels in your blood are too low, this communication system can get fuzzy. This can lead to involuntary muscle twitches, painful cramps, or a general feeling of weakness, especially during or after exercise when you've been sweating a lot and losing sodium. Sign number 2 is nausea and vomiting. This is one of the more common and immediate symptoms of low sodium. An imbalance of electrolytes in the body can directly affect your digestive system and trigger your brain's nausea center. If you feel sick to your stomach without any other clear cause, especially if you've been drinking a huge amount of plain water after intense activity, it could be a sign that your electrolytes, including sodium, are out of whack. Number 3 is dizziness or lightheadedness, especially when you stand up. Sodium helps regulate blood pressure. When your sodium levels are too low, it can lead to low blood pressure or hypotension. This can cause you to feel dizzy, lightheaded, or like you're about to faint, particularly when you change positions quickly, like going from sitting to standing. Your body just can't adjust your blood pressure fast enough. Sign number 4 is headaches. Yes, headaches are on both lists. While high sodium can cause dehydration-related headaches, very low sodium can cause a different kind. In severe cases of hyponatremia, the lack of sodium in the blood causes water to move into your body's cells, including your brain cells, to try and balance things out. This can cause the brain to swell, leading to a throbbing headache and pressure. Number 5 is confusion and poor concentration. Just like too much salt can cause brain fog, so can too little. Your brain is extremely sensitive to changes in sodium levels. The brain swelling we just mentioned can interfere with cognitive function, leading to confusion, irritability, disorientation, and difficulty focusing. In severe cases, it can be quite serious. Sign number 6, fatigue and low energy. Sodium is crucial for maintaining your body's energy balance and nerve function. When levels are low, it can leave you feeling constantly drained, lethargic, and unmotivated, even if you're getting enough sleep. This isn't just normal tiredness. It's a profound lack of energy that can make it hard to get through the day. Number 7 on our list is a constant craving for salty foods. This sign is also on both lists, but for different reasons. When you're overdoing it, you crave salt because your palate is desensitized. But when you're deficient, your body is sending you a very clear biological signal. I need sodium. If you suddenly develop an intense, unusual craving for things like pickles, olives, or salted nuts, your body might be trying to tell you something important. It's a primal drive to restore balance. Sign number 8 is seizures. This is a very serious symptom of severe hyponatremia. The rapid swelling of brain cells can disrupt the normal electrical activity in the brain, which can trigger seizures. This is a medical emergency. It's most often seen in situations like marathon runners who drink excessive amounts of plain water without replacing electrolytes, or in certain medical conditions. Number 9 is cold, clammy skin. Your circulatory system relies on proper fluid and electrolyte balance to function efficiently. Low sodium can lead to poor circulation and a drop in blood pressure. This can manifest as your skin feeling unusually cold and damp to the touch, even if you're not in a cold environment. And finally, sign number 10 that you might need more salt is being a heavy sweater or endurance athlete. If you engage in long, intense workouts, you lose a significant amount of sodium through your sweat. If you only rehydrate with plain water, you're diluting your blood's sodium concentration even further. This is why sports drinks contain electrolytes. If you're an athlete, live in a hot climate, or just sweat a lot, you have to be mindful of replacing not just the water you lose, but the salt too. So there you have it, 10 signs you might be getting too much salt, and 10 signs you might not be getting enough. The key, as with so many things in health, is balance. For most people eating a standard Western diet, the bigger concern is cutting back, but it's crucial to know the signs of deficiency too, especially if you're very active or have certain health conditions. Always listen to your body, and if you have persistent or severe symptoms from either list, it's always best to talk to a doctor. They can help you figure out the root cause and find the right balance for you. Thanks so much for watching today. I hope you found this information helpful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more health and wellness content. Let me know in the comments if any of these signs surprised you. Stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.